Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show! Doing that for the benefit of the players. Going around the table, we have 4 lovely players who will do introductions now, starting with Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Thaddeus Hammerlock, a human revenge paladin.
I am Kay. I play Harmony, who is a wild magic sorcerer tiefling.
I'm Melissa, and I play Mara, who loves to sleep and...
And she's a rogue pirate.
Yeah, something like that.
When she's awake.
when I'm awake. Otherwise, I just dream and I am.
Yeah. I'm Zach, and I play Hunter, who's a Warforged Fighter Ranger!
So we stream on Twitch every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then post those episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items, as well as a custom wild magic table, of which we have a brand new table with a whole bunch of new results that we'll start using today. Zach is showing us the failed prototype because the printer is out of ink.
It's out of black ink.
So if you see any of that going on, that's the homebrew stuff that's going on behind the screen. Music comes from BattleBards, TabletopAudio, and Incompetech. So if you're watching us on Twitch, you can check the channel page for links and info to everything I just mentioned. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can check the video description for similar information. And then, if you want to know when we're live, when we have delays getting started, things like that, you can follow us on Twitter at AntiheroesAnon and see that information when it happens. So, a little bit of recap, and we'll get right into it. The party has been exploring the island known as Kamekame Island, in search of a magical compass that will point them to a safe pathway through the black fog that shrouds the domain of one of their greatest foes. And they've so far on this island explored shrines to 2 of the 4 protector spirits of the Elderhaven Reaches, the White Tiger, Yakko, and the Azura Dragon, Seiryu. Inside each one, they overcame a trial and then claimed a artifact bearing a riddle. 2 different riddles, 1 for each artifact. They also encountered a tribe of, or 2 tribes of warring cultists, 1 of goblins and 1 of gnolls. And at the behest of a grung they met on the island named Mrop, killed the chief of both tribes. The party has then taken their heads, the heads of those 2 cult leaders, and is going to return those to
unnecessary reason.
Is going to return them to Mrop in exchange for a dagger, which he offered. However, they were followed to the island by the East Freydin Mercantile Corporation's flagship, the Bronze Wyrm, and Mercy Nightclaw, a Rakshasa and one of the higher-ups in the East Freydin Mercantile Corporation, managed to capture Harmony and bring her aboard the ship. Hunter and Thaddeus then managed to sneak aboard and begin a rescue attempt just as the boat was starting to take off into open water. But the rescue attempt was discovered when Harmony's Dominate Person spell failed on a individual who was revealed to be some sort of priest of the fallen god Asmodeus. And so that is where we're going to pick up. But we're going to first go to Mara, who is having a nice snooze up till this point. Let me just get some music.
Slept through the whole damn thing.
Her and Pinky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You forget about Pinky.
You forgot about your brainy rat.
Okay. So, Mara, the previous night, there had been that rain from the volcano when the volcano erupted and all the water rained over the island, just dousing the jungle. And so after that rain, you had settled in to sleep in the little camp that you guys had created for yourselves. But for a little while, you have trouble falling asleep, and you just kind of end up watching Pinky, who you hear it constantly in your head, like the hunger, 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 feed me, feed me, feed me. It's watching him kind of scurry about and look for food. And then just as you finally feel like sleep is about to take you, you feel a burning in your pocket. And as you reach in and pull it out, you see that the coin, which was given to you, or bequeathed to you by your father and mother, it was in that box, is burning hot. Like, you can hold it in your hand, but it's like to the extent that it almost hurts. And there is some kind of a rune glowing on it. And what languages do you speak?
I speak Common and I think Dwarvish.
Common and Dwarvish?
And Thieves' Cant.
The rune isn't Dwarvish, but it bears similarities to it. And you can tell it's a number. And it is a number, it's the number 2. And then after a minute of burning, the number fades and then lights up again, but it's a number 1. And then the burning continues for another minute. And then both the rune and the heat fade from the barnacle-covered gold coin. And by this time, it's
If it was a
nighttime.
1 and a 0, I'd say it was binary.
That's true. I speak that. Got you covered.
Yeah, but by this time, it's quite late, and you're supposed to be asleep because someone else is taking watch. I think it was maybe Hunter up first.
I think she didn't take watch.
She didn't take a
slept
watch.
through the
No.
night.
Yeah. So basically, everyone else who's supposed to be sleeping has gone to sleep, and the person who's watching is at watch. But you've been having trouble falling asleep, and then this happens.
Okay. So the number 1 and number 2 and a number 1, does it have any significance to me, or am I thinking it's the coins speaking to each other?
Roll an Arcana check, I suppose.
Let's try the orange.
Oh shoot.
So is that listen?
Oh no, I did turn on our mic audio. Good. I got scared there for a second.
So 12.
12? Yeah, you're not entirely sure. It was very clearly a magical effect, and I guess basically any suspicions you might have as a player is whatever Mara would have, but you don't figure anything else out based on that. You just kind of turn it over in your hand and marvel at it.
Okay. So I'll put it back in my pocket then, if my pocket's not burnt. And then
No, there's no like physical fire damage to anything like that. It just got really hot for a second, and then the numbers flared up, and then it cooled back down.
Okay, so before I fall asleep, I'll probably throw some crumbs to Pinky.
Yeah, and as he's just eating on them, you can basically hear in your head, "Om nom 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 nom." And that kind of lulls you into a sleep eventually.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
But
It's
unfortunately,
kind of like the chilling sound we're getting right now. Very,
yeah,
it's very
We're
soothing and
over here.
relaxing.
yeah, it's
so
not
sleepy now.
unfortunately a very pleasant sleep though, because you find yourself for the first couple hours tossing and turning and waking up occasionally. And each time you wake up, you feel like you're getting hotter and more fevered, and it's really, and you're sweating through your bedroll or whatever. But eventually, you fall into a deeper sleep that is just sort of one of those fever sleeps, and you begin to have a dream. It's a bright, sunny day, and you're looking out the window of a carriage that is just trundling down the streets of a city you're very familiar with. And then it's then that you realize that your perspective is lower than it should be, and that you're actually sitting on someone, and you kind of turn around and you see that you're sitting on your mother's lap. And Marion kind of looks down at you and pats your head a little bit, and then she goes back to having a conversation with your father, Floyd, who is sitting across in the carriage. And they're having a conversation that when you were younger you didn't remember or anything like that, because it seemed like grown-up talk back then, but now that you are an older mind in a child's body, you can kind of pick up on what they're talking about. And you hear that they're talking about a deal that they made and how they're going to... They're basically discussing where they want to stop for lunch before they go back to their shipwright practice and meet with the company Thimblefoot, to work on a project that they keep referring to as Project Zephyr. And they're having this lively conversation and sort of laughing and joking about where they want to eat for lunch. But then the carriage lurches violently, and you hear that loud crashing sound that you remember very vividly from your childhood. And you're thrown out of the carriage through one of the front windows, sort of landing with a jarring thud on the pavement, the flagstones. And as you're sort of laying there, you don't really have any agency over your body because you're in like this memory state. But the other thing is you don't really feel the pain that you felt as a child, and so everything seems much more clear and vivid than it was back then. Back then it was like your memory faded in and out of this black state, and you don't really remember what happened in this moment. But now, in this dream, you can see clearly. And what happened was the carriage crashed into another carriage that seemed to come out of nowhere, careening out of a side alley. Basically just T-boned it entirely. And you can see the drivers were thrown from both carriages. And you can also see your mother and father lying in the street, both of them pretty grievously injured. And you can tell that, even from a distance, your mother isn't breathing. She's dead. But your father is sort of looking towards you, and he's calling. What was his nickname for you? I cannot remember. What did he call you? Little coral polyp or something like that, wasn't it?
Something like that.
He's calling his nickname for you, and sort of crawling through the wreckage trying to find you. And that's when you see a shadowy figure step out of a side alley and approach the wreckage sort of very stealthily, with like practiced stealth, keeping like to crowds and not drawing attention to themselves. But with your now roguish mind, you can pick them out. And you see that they slip through the wreckage while everyone is focused on the drivers of the two carriages. And as they come to your father, they sort of turn and look around, and you get a glimpse of the black hair with the red streak of Mercer Nightclaw. And he kneels by your father, whispers something, and then cracks his neck.
Oh, Jesus.
And then fades back into the alley from where he came. And then you awaken in a hot, burning sweat in the bright sun of the day, leaning up against a tree next to Moonlight Sparkle and Gloriana Hartwood, who is working on something in her book on basically the shore of the beach, sort of in the shade of the trees. And Gloriana sees you're awake, and she says, "Oh, you're awake. You've come too. We've been waiting for you."
What time is it?
Oh, it's getting on to the early morning. Your friends, there was a situation. They had to run off and leave you with me. It was something to do with Harmony. I believe she's been kidnapped.
That's everyone's reaction immediately.
Yeah, I know, right?
love it.
Typical. Do you know where they are now?
As a matter of fact, yes. And she points over across the beach, and you can see the Bronze Wyrm and the Drowning Kiss. They were moored next to each other, but the Bronze Wyrm has made sailing preparations and is beginning to head out into open water. And Gloriana says, "I watched Thaddeus and Hunter come out into the beach, and then I think Thaddeus cast a spell, and then they were gone. I presume they're somewhere on that ship. That's where I presume they were heading, at least."
To try to rescue Harmony again.
What do you mean again?
She's watched
Okay.
the episodes.
Well, she kind of has that rep, I think.
And they fought something on the edge of the
Troublemaker.
forest, but it was a brief fight, and then they ran down onto the beach, and Thaddeus cast a spell,
Fight.
and off they were.
Okay. Let me see. I got to get my bearings and see. What do you think is the best way to get me on that ship?
Well, you're not going to make it on foot, that's for sure. That's a ship moving at full clip once it gets out of the bay. I'd say your best bet is to take Moonlight Sparkle here. And she sort of pats the Pegasus, and fly over and try and get a aerial boarding.
Okay. Do you want to come with me and then fly the Moonlight Sparkle back so he's safe?
Well, I could. Mr. Hammerlock told me to try and get to safety, and I was trying to do that, but if you think that Moonlight Sparkle should be flown back here afterwards, then...
I don't
I have
know
no
its
say in
character.
this.
I don't know if he's just gonna circle or or if he's gonna go back to where he started. That's
yeah,
what
and
I'm trying to
Gloriana
find
doesn't
out.
know either, so...
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
do you want Gloriana to come with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a
'Cause I don't
persuasion
wanna-
check.
I don't want to hurt. Okay, persuasion. That's 12. Okay. Ooh, that's really good. 18.
18. She sort of like looks back at the ship and like looks at
Is
you,
it just flat
bites
or
her
is it
lip a
double?
little bit, and says,
Does she have?
Oh yeah.
proficiency
Okay.
in
Well.
it.
Oh wait, so it's
Does that mean it's double?
No.
Or does that mean it's a minimum of 1?
no. It means that her
Yeah, I can't
expertise
fail.
would apply. If
which
she
means
but she
that's-
rolled higher than a 10, so
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
make a
Okay,
difference.
I was checking. I didn't remember the whole thing.
yeah. So she looks at you. She looks at the ship and kind of bites her lip. And as she does, you can see the page that she's working on in her little notebook. And there's a sketch of Thaddeus on one page and a sketch of Harmony on the other page. And there's little notes about them. And you can see that Harmony's page is titled Lady Luck. And from Thaddeus' side, you can't quite see what his page is titled. But she shuts it and says, "All right, for the two of them." And she
Awesome.
sort
I'm
of
completely
clambers
fine.
up onto
I'm so
Moonlight
happy
Sparkle.
about this.
I knew you were a kindred spirit. Let's go.
I'm so happy about this.
And with that, Moonlight Sparkle takes off towards the Bronze Wyrm, and as you get pretty close to it, you're staying high to stay out of range of like the archers and things. But as you get pretty close to it, you can see that there are groups of Warforged and human men and women on the deck. Some of them seem to be working on manning the wings, which are actually acting as basically the paddles. They're like moving a mechanism, and then the wings will dip into the water and pull forward.
So like instead of a bunch of oars, there's just like
Yeah, it's just
basically
this
two
one
oars.
massive
Cool.
set of
That's
wings
pretty
that
cool.
will dip into the water and like lurch the boat forward.
Okay, so Gloriana, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to have Moonlight Sparkle fly as fast as he can, try to get me to the front of the ship. I'm going to put my cloak of the manta ray on, and I'm going to dive into the water, and then you get away with him as fast as you can, okay?
All right, you've got it. So we're flying down towards the water.
Mhm.
All right, and then Gloriana pulls the reins into like a perfect downward spiral. Moonlight Sparkle tucks in the wings and just goes into a dive. And you can see the humans and the Warforged on the ship begin to like catch sight of you, and a couple of the archers begin to take bow shots. I need some dice.
I can't swim fast enough to reach it, so I got to go in
Yeah,
front of it.
it's a good plan.
Nick, do you have Moonlight
I'm
Sparkle
looking it up
stats?
right here.
Cool.
I'm one step ahead of here. Thanks.
Well, bad rolls all together. So,
Good.
about 3 arrows go whizzing straight by Moonlight Sparkle's wings as you descend straight downward, and eventually you come to a point in the dive where basically it's pull up or hit the water, and Moonlight Sparkle beats the wings once and pulls up, like you can see it ripples the water beneath you. And Gloriana says, "All right, now's your moment. If you're gonna jump, it's time."
Off I go.
Okay. And you pull the hood over your head and down into the water. And then you watch as Moonlight Sparkle then just beats wings and tries to get up. 2 of these attacks are going to hit as Moonlight Sparkle rises up above the boat.
It's fine.
One of them is equipped.
Oh, well, maybe fine.
This may be fun. Oh no!
Let's
Maybe
see.
Gloriana
How
can
much
help.
damage does a longbow do?
24.
28.
I don't think it's 24.
Okay, so the crit is actually only 10 piercing damage. and the not a crit, wow, is minimum damage at 5. So,
Yeah, it's fine.
What a tank.
Fine.
yep.
He's fine. He's fine,
And then
everybody.
Moonlight Sparkle quickly ascends and gets out of the range of the arrow fire. And I'm going to place you, Melissa, off to the side of the front there. You can work out how you want to get up on the boat.
Boarding party!
And at this point, as you sort of emerge from the water, you can see that the archers on the top of the boat are pretty much all trained on Moonlight Sparkle. None of them seem to have shifted their attention towards you.
Okay.
And you can hear, coming from somewhere on the ship, a shout for... there's a shout that says, basically, "You think you can deceive a servant of the Prince of Treachery? Guards!" And then you hear the sounds of Warforged clanking on the boat and basically getting ready for battle. And then we'll roll initiative.
Okay. Who were they talking to? Me.
Us.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
This
that
was
was
the failed.
Okay, that was
the end of the episode last time. Yeah.
Nice.
I need to place some things, and I need to put on the... Oh boy, that map cam is off-center. That's the one thing I forgot to position. There we go. Alrighty.
You want to go over there, don't you? So bad.
Okay, so there's people working on rowing. I'm only placing the combatants for now.
This is gonna go really well, you guys.
Yeah, perfect. This is exactly what we wanted.
I still have access to like less than half of my spells.
We got them right where they want us. Couldn't be happier.
This black one here is going to be the prince or the priest of Asmodeus. He was about to go downstairs, so he's on these stairs here. And I won't place Mercer Nightclaw yet. So do you have those cards?
Yes.
Oh, Thaddeus, quick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anytime first initiative.
You are tied with the priest of Asmodeus. I'll put you first. Hunter. Wow, Hunter and Mara are tied. I'm going to put Mara first
Yep.
because higher dex.
That's right.
And
This
we're gonna
is
switch
fun.
some music.
Everything's fine.
This is
Don't
fine.
panic. Don't panic.
This is where Harmony dies.
How are you
It's
doing
okay,
on
Mara.
hit points?
He
Thaddeus-
healed me up last time, but I'm not max.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm the easiest one to hit,
Thanks
so...
to my bad rolls.
Put that in my notes too.
Yeah. Okay. Only if I cast it. How about that?
Only because what?
No.
You guys. Okay,
Oh boy.
so first things
It'll be a
first.
fun session.
The archers are up, and these are the combatant ones,
Blue dice?
the green ones.
Green dice,
Down there.
Here, Mimic.
Yes.
Can't see.
So we're kind of like below the top deck,
It-
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a grate from the top deck, and these two guys are going to come here because they can still shoot down at you. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so two of them can get onto the stairs.
The captain's room is in front, but it's actually in the rear. Right.
Alrighty. So two of them are going to take...
What are these?
You might be able to do that still.
the green ones are the archers.
Okay.
Downstairs towards us.
Yeah.
So two of them are going to attack at Hunter, seeing him as the most armored and defensible.
Well,
I
we're all
was
under
rational.
seeming though, aren't we?
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
I was gonna rush to the aid of the priest.
I'm going to
Yeah.
make them make an insight check.
We all look like
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
I think it's
Yeah.
perception check to beat.
Yeah, it's a perception check, I think, to see through an illusion.
I still have a broom.
And your DC is what?
Or it says an investigation check against
Oh.
my spell save DC, which is 19.
Okay. They are going to waste their turn sort of looking for direction from the priest. You hear that they kind of come to the edge of that grate and like draw their bows looking for enemies, but then they see you guys disguised as the Warforged. Are you all Warforged?
She's a
I
guard.
was a guard,
Right. And
So we all look.
and they're
normal.
warforged, yeah.
they shout down.
Let's see.
Bless you.
Thank you.
They don't shout bless you. They say, Master Theodoric, where are the enemies? Point them to us, or point them out to us. And they seem very confused and can't really do anything on their turn. So maybe they'll hold an action once they've identified you guys. Actually, they'd have to use their action on perception, so they can't
Yes.
do anything. Turn wasted. Thaddeus, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the stairs where they are and say in in my best robotic voice, I am to protect Master Nightclaw. Where is he?
Okay, roll a deception check at advantage for your senior.
I don't have my character sheet up.
And don't
Why not?
bother.
It's right here.
They rolled
yeah.
a natural one.
Oh, they roll a natural one?
Yep.
Okay.
What are you doing? It's right in front of you.
The first one looks at you and says, "Oh, you better hurry up and get up there then. He's in his quarters."
Okay. Thaddeus walks upstairs.
Okay, yeah, they let you past.
And I'm gonna double move. Where?
10. So then you're up.
Uh-huh. Do I see him from here?
No.
Okay. Is there a royal?
There's
delegate
basically
captain's
a chamber in the back, and there's what looks like a chamber in the front. The chamber in the front has a double door. This one has two separate doors on the sides here.
I'm gonna go to the chamber in the back.
Okay. So that was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And then you're going to throw open the door?
Yes.
Okay, let me see what you see back there. You throw open that door, and the room that you see is not living quarters, but a dining room. Basically, there's a couple long tables, and there's some like flagons of beer and stuff that are still on the tables. But it seems to be largely empty at this point in time.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move for the last 15 feet I have back the other way.
It does look like there's a second room over here, but
Oh, so this is not.
yeah, this took up like half of it there.
Okay. I feel like I can't. Can I open both doors in one turn? Probably not.
I'd say you could.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna walk over and throw the other door.
Okay.
That's a Warforged racial ability.
Yeah.
You throw open that door, and you see the quarry you hoped to find. Let me just actually draw in a line. Sort of standing towards the back of the room, basically getting up and ready for a fight, is Mercer Nightclaw. His tall stature with the long black hair and the red streaks in it. And he sort of gives you a quizzical look as you come in. But since you're disguised as a Warforged,
Investigation.
Is it his turn?
let me see.
Yes, it is, I guess.
I just want to see if he has true sight, actually. Okay, good to know.
Let's see. From there, did I just move 10 feet or 15 feet?
10, I believe.
Then I'm gonna move into the door and turn around and just like plant myself as if guarding him.
Okay. That is your turn. Then it is the priest of Asmodeus' turn. He sort of throws his cape aside to the side,
And the voice,
revealing
too.
heavy plate armor underneath, and then grabs onto his holy symbol and will cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Can I counterspell? Can I
I
counterspell?
believe you can. I think it's just somatic.
Yes, I can.
So let me see what level this is.
I'm just gonna cast it at 3rd, so I don't want to waste my high level spells more than I already have. Wild magic.
It is a first level spell, so it fails automatically.
Yeah.
But that was a bonus action. So then he looks at you with a scowl, and he says, "Fine, we'll do this the old-fashioned way." And he sort of just reaches to his side and unbuckles a maul that was there, and pulls it up.
Oh, he just happens to have a ball.
Yep.
Concealing it.
I mean, it was like it was hanging from his belt.
Sure.
And he unbuckles that and then like lets it fall heavily to the floor, then hefts it in 2 hands. And Harmony's right there, Hunter's also there. He's going to move in like this and make 1 attack against each of you.
Does he see that I'm not like that I'm still disguised? Like, does he notice that or not?
He figured out your ruse with the dominate person thing, but he's the
okay.
only one really who...
I was just sweeping floors.
I mean, he figured out my
Okay.
ruse.
All right.
It's
All
not
right.
like they were.
No, that's fine. I mean,
That's fine,
whatever-
you can
however
make
wanna
2
do it.
attacks against Harmony if you want.
I don't want to.
I'm just saying.
That's a
Throw her
good
under
point.
the bus.
I'm the only
Very
one
well.
that he knows. He doesn't know that Thaddeus and Hunter are on the boat.
Absolutely true.
It's probably why he let me leave.
Yeah.
So there's an 26 and a 11.
Oh, the 11 misses.
The 11 misses. Roll the
26 barely hits.
Barely. I know.
Just barely.
Just barely.
It's so close. He's like
I'm
20.
swinging my shield.
Your AC's like 25 and a
I
half
forgot
right
to
now.
before I left.
So you take 11 bludgeoning damage
It's alright.
and a 4 fire damage, which you have down
I
to
have
2.
to 2, so
Nice.
it's 13 total.
Mhm.
Okay.
As his weapon strikes into you, it just flares with this demonic fire.
I'll grab onto it and just say, "You think a little bit of flames can hurt me?"
No, but a good bludgeoning can. And he just like wails into you with that.
But then he misses. No, I can't. I use
Oh.
my reaction to counterspell.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Mara,
But then he missed his second one.
you're currently on the outside of the boat, and you can hear the beginnings of combat.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out my pythons,
Mm-hmm.
and so the ship doesn't pass me by. Hold on, and use them to climb up into the first window I see on the lower deck.
Okay. Roll an athletics check. Do you want to use your bonus action to get the bonus you have for the?
That would be 20.
She's got the bonus action, right?
Yeah, she
But it
has
doesn't
that.
sound like you need it.
I don't think I need
You've
it.
got that special bonus action where you can gain something like a
Oh,
bonus.
are
Is
you
it? I
talking
don't know if
about
it's
the
advantage.
fancy footwork?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's the one that makes
What?
you disengage, right?
Well, on an athletics or acrobatics check,
Is it a rogue thing or a swashbuckler thing?
I can't remember. You just got it. Am I misremembering something?
Well, she rolled a 20, so I don't know if that.
Is it the new swashbuckler thing? Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But you're fine. You climb
Didn't
up
write it down.
to.
Where's your swashbuckler stuff?
That's right here.
Okay. Elegant maneuver is what it's called.
That's what I'm thinking of.
You can use a bonus action to gain advantage on the next dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics check you make. But you don't need it. But you need to call, I think, that before you make the.
But
Yeah.
I'm not a 13 yet, am I?
You are.
Yeah.
I thought I was still at
We're all at
12.
We're all at 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, we're all 13.
Well, why don't I have it?
You do. You had 2 long rests.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Elegant maneuver.
That's okay.
She's just been
Right.
using the wrong sheet.
Oh.
It's cool. It's
You
fine.
do manage, though, with your pythons to climb up the ship and find a little porthole window on one of the lower parts of the boat. And peeking into it, you can see that it is a bunks area that is, or no, it's not bunks. It is bunks. That seems to be largely abandoned at this point. You don't see anyone in there.
Okay. I'm gonna get in there and take out the stomach.
So make a thieves' tool check to try and get that window open from the outside.
Okay. 20, natural 20.
Natural 20. Yep.
It's unlocked.
Just swings open. Yeah.
It's just open.
You didn't even need the tools. Yeah, you hop in, and you are basically in a bunk room down here on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
But all you can see is bunks and then a closed double doors. And you probably still have more movement, but I think you've used your action.
Okay. Can I
Can you use
take
your bonus
my
to dash?
Can
Mhm.
I take my pet rat out and let it go?
Oh yeah. He scuttles off under one of the bunks, and you immediately see that he's found another rat, and he begins like making squeaking noises at it.
Aww,
That's awesome.
That's the best. Big friend.
Okay.
That one must be
It
brand.
might be useful. I let him get to know. Okay, so I think I can hide now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can do.
What? You
Climb
can
up
move.
You could use your bonus action to dash.
Okay. So,
That's true.
so this is the bunk room. I'm gonna make my way back towards the back of the ship and see what's back there. I want to explore a little bit before I.
So you throw
Into
these
battle.
doors open, and you see there's a bunch of rubble that's been sort of swept to the sides, like parts of boulders in here. And I don't know how these got in a ship.
Looks like Harmony's been here.
Yep. It's also really wet down here.
Okay.
But you can see back in this back area, there's a series of what looks like jail cells with like iron bars and things like that. And in the jail cells over here is the crew of the Drowning Kiss. And Rachel sees you, and she goes, "Mara, Harmony and Thaddeus and Hunter, they went upstairs, but it sounds like there's a fight starting."
I hear it.
And then in this corner over here, you can see 3 goblins who you've actually seen before. They popped their head into the goblin camp, the goblin cultist camp. And they're all clad in these like black dingy robes. And they see you, and they stand up and get up against the bars, and they say, "Look, if you're gonna go help your friends, if you can find our we've got wands. If you can find our wands, we can cast magic. We have powerful magic, and we can help you.
And
Just gotta get us out of
I'm
here."
supposed to trust you?
Yeah, no reason not to.
Do you remember these guys?
That's
Yeah.
inherently untrue.
Because like Thaddeus and you are the only ones
No,
who've
I-
seen these. You've seen them twice.
Are
Wait.
these? They're not the ones from the ship. They're the ones from the goblin camp, right?
They're the same.
They're the
Oh,
same.
they're
It's the same trio of 3 goblins.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll shelve that one for now.
And basically, as they see you sort of ignoring their plea, they go, "Oh man," and they sit back down in the water.
Oh god.
Okay. So I will tell Rachel. I'm gonna try to get her out.
Okay, so you're gonna go over there?
Yeah.
All right, then you're about out of things to do on your turn.
Okay.
But it's quiet down here, so you don't need to hide or anything like that. Hunter, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, to the priest's call, I will assist him in knocking him unconscious,
I thought so.
and I will step on over here, and I'll just be like, "Stand behind me," and then I'll pull out my sword, and I will make some slashes against him. So let's see here.
Where I need to actually have written down people's HP.
Does a 16 hit him?
Does not quite. It goes sliding across his plate armor.
He's fine. Plate armor.
How about a 21?
The 21 does hit. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna make this a disarming attack,
Okay.
and he has to pass a 19 DC strength save.
Nice.
Or wait, 19 or 18 now? What's our proficiency? Is it +4 or 5?
Plus
For-
5 now,
for-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 4?
Look,
Plus 5
plus
for
five.
proficiency.
So it's 19 then.
So it's 8 plus
Yeah, plus
8
5
plus-
plus 6.
Oh, I
wisdom.
just rolled a d12.
Plus
Strength.
4 plus
Mine's
strength
strength.
plus dex pro.
Natural 1.
Okay, so he drops his maul.
Yep.
I'll snatch it.
Nice.
And, yeah, cool.
She can beat him with it. She can beat
So
him with
what
it.
were
Can
you
I?
saying?
I'm proficient with those, aren't
Yeah.
I? Can I wield it and smack him with it?
Yeah. It's a 2-handed weapon, though, so you can't use your shield.
That's fine. Okay, I'll do that too for my 3rd attack. So let me do damage on that one, and then I will.
Let me look up mail damage here, just to make sure I
So
got
he
it right.
takes
It's 2d6.
That's what I thought.
12.
You'd write it using
He takes 19
No.
magic slashing for the first attack,
Okay.
and then I'll be like, "Priest shouldn't handle these things. Leave it to me." And I'll handle it.
So you've dropped your sword, then.
Well, I can't drop it.
Oh, that's
It
right,
I
because you just basically put it back
Yeah.
in.
Just,
Alright.
okay.
Forgot
And
he has the extendo sword now.
so I don't have the stat block on it, but like so.
Just use your normal to hit, and then
Okay.
instead of whatever your weapon dice is, it's 2d6.
So that should be 11. So that's okay. So it's plus 11 to hit that, and 2d6. So that's I rolled 28. I'll
28
do a
hits.
2d6. And that is.
It's pretty good.
Does it have fire damage? Or is that his special thing?
That's something of his.
Okay, that's fine. No
It's not
problem.
them all.
And then so that's 8 plus strength modifier.
Yep.
So 14.
Wait, you have a strength. Oh yeah, okay, right. Because you have a
Wait,
really
right?
powerful belt.
Plus 6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I got confused for a second.
And that is my turn as I hit him with his own mace.
That's got to be humiliating.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy about that. Then it is Mercer Nightclaw's turn.
Okay.
And
Really bad.
what is a Rakshasa's insight? Insight is from wisdom?
It's investigation, right?
Oh,
Which is intelligence.
Against the seeming? Yeah,
Yep.
it's investigation.
okay. He basically pushes his way past you and says,
I'm like holding, like.
oh, you're going to try and hold him in
Yeah.
there? Okay. He issues you an order. He says, stand aside. I need to get down there.
I was sent to your side.
Then let me past.
That is not part of my vow.
Your vow. Alright, make a deception check.
Oh shit! Directive. Ooh.
Nice. Deception.
Trying to beat a 17.
Oh, I got a 23.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
He sort of mutters like defective buckets of bolt, and he does try to shove his way past you. So make a athletics check.
Okay.
Actually,
Also good. Can he beat a 24?
no, he can't. And he's looking really frustrated. Like, why won't this robot let me out? And he basically like shouts to one of the some of the Warforged outside, and he says, "Help get this one out of my way! It's defective." And that's his turn. Harmony.
Finally.
Can you move your token up to me, please?
Oh yeah.
I can move tokens for you.
Alright. I'm gonna crack my fingers. Say, let's try this again. Dominate person.
Oh, you have it again.
I have at least 2 more spell slots that or 3 more spell slots that I can use
Okay.
for this. So I'm just gonna use 5th for now. Dominate person.
Save. Are you kidding me? That's the dice. It's a natural 1.
There it
That was
is.
supposed to work last
There
time!
it is.
Let me just make sure he doesn't have anything that helps him with it. I don't think he does. Yep. So he is dominated by you.
Just,
All right.
Just got real doable.
And
this is
my
the best.
command is, show me where my stuff is now.
Okay, and yeah, he begins to move towards the stairs.
The
but
upstairs or downstairs?
The upstairs, and the archers are kind of like barring the way. They're like,
Leave it to me, Harmony.
Master, what's his name? Why can't I remember? Master Theodoric, what's the matter? What's going on? And that's basically anything else on your turn.
Can I also command him to tell them to stand down?
You get 1 command, I think,
That's
on
what
the
I
first
thought.
turn.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
So
I'm
he
just going to follow him.
Okay, he begins to move towards
Wild
the
magic.
stairs.
It's a wild magic surge.
Oh,
That's
alright.
the
That's
one.
the one.
Big fat one.
New table.
Oh,
Tell me what
boy.
you
Big
roll.
fat one. Shit, I'm really scared now.
Here it
Oh
comes.
boy.
New wild magic table.
Shrinking.
The fun has
23.
arrived.
23.
Should I remember which one it was?
Your size increases or decreases by 1 category.
Really?
Not your height, but this is the
Oh,
like
oh.
per minute.
Category.
Oh, is this
Yep.
like a limited time
Enlarged
thing?
reduce.
Enlarge, reduce. Yep.
Okay, what do I
Roll
roll?
any dice and tell me odd or even.
Any
Oh,
dice?
boy.
Yep.
They're all even. So.
Oh god. Odd.
Oh, Harmony is a small creature.
Ah!
So Harmony just
Oh!
shrinks. You're now like, how tall were you before?
I was 4 feet tall. So
You're like
what
2
am I,
feet
2
tall
now?
now.
How does that interact with the seeming?
It
It-
doesn't,
you wouldn't
so
notice,
you can't
yeah.
see it. But Harmony is tiny,
Oh.
or she's small.
Everything seems really big right now. I thought it was that result.
No, it wasn't. That would have been really
No, I
happy.
know the number of that result.
What number is
I'm
that?
gonna start. I'll
I
probably
think
clear
it's
it when you
different
roll
on the
it.
new table, though. Actually.
No, I remember it from when I was proofreading your
Oh,
table
okay.
today.
2 feet, 2 eyes.
Then
blue.
it is the Warforged's turn, but not just the little Warforged. This door swings open,
Oh
and
not one of
a
those
big
again.
Warforged, which you haven't seen in quite a long time,
Oh
comes
no, not
striding
them
out.
again.
This
I
one
need my
looks like it
ball
has some improved metal plating to it that seems to be glistening with some arcane runes. And he... Well, he's seen Hunter attacking, or he's heard Hunter attacking his master here. So he'll run up to Hunter.
Say hi and shake his hand. Back to your room, please.
And he pulls out a large warhammer.
I'll bring
Oh
it.
boy.
It's on. Yeah, I'm
Bludgeoning,
nervous.
2
It's
attacks
fast.
all
against
the
Hunter.
bludgeoning damage.
That's a 21 and a 19, which I think both hit without your shield.
Crap. Yeah, they do.
Oops. Really low damage though, overall. 4 plus 6, that's 10, that's 10. So 20 bludgeoning damage total,
Okay.
as he just slams into you twice with his warhammer.
Okay.
That is his turn. Then these Warforged.
Jesus.
Are coming to try and get rid of the defective one. Unfortunately, they don't have advantage because only one of them could get up to you without a dash. So, I need you to make another athletics check as they try and pull you out of that space.
Okay. Natural 20 turns into a 29.
I don't think they can beat it. They got a natural 20,
What?
What's
but
their
their strength bonus is only plus 3.
Nice.
God.
Oh, they have athletics, so it's plus 5. So 25. Not enough.
Versus 29.
So good.
We're
the
both
odds?
just like dug in here.
Yeah, they're like,
Surprised the ship isn't starting to sink.
I know. All the weight on the backpack.
then it's the archers' turns. And they can now see 2 viable targets in Hunter and Harmony. So they are going to make... Oh boy, I've got 4 attacks. I've got 8 attacks, so I'll split them evenly.
Ethan, it says, while the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it. As long as the 2 of you are on the same plane of existence, you can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, no action required.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's like general commands. Like attack those, but like specific thing, like cast this spell on that guy. Like that takes your action.
But my general command can be tell
Yeah.
him to stand down.
Yeah,
on
but
my
you
turn.
wanted him to lead you to your stuff, so I'm going to give you that one command per non-action for now. And then you can take precise control later.
That does sound like a general command. You know.
So basically you're asking for 2 general commands, and I'm going to say on this turn you get 1. Because that makes sense to me.
That makes, yeah. If I had known that, I would have changed what I said, but that's okay.
Okay. So let's see.
I don't need to take precise control unless I want to.
Here's the 2 against, or here's 2 of the 4 against Hunter. Actually, I think only one of the archers will attack Harmony, because they see that Hunter is very big and heavily armored.
This is true.
So let's see.
You
There's
also did a shit ton of
a
damage.
20 and an 18, and 2 misses. So that is 4.
1 hit. Right?
Yep. And then there's another hit here with a 24.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds
So
like
2
a hit.
hits. So it's 13 plus 8. So that's 21 piercing damage, half down to 10 from those archers. And then the one that is making 2 attacks against Harmony, there is a 24 and a 15.
I'll shield.
So just 1 hit.
Yep.
And that's 7 piercing damage, and you need to make a concentration check.
Yes. Ugh. And I need to roll for wild magic again, which does not trigger. Okay, concentrate. Oh, sorry, how much damage was that?
I've
7?
forgotten. I want to say
7
yeah,
piercing.
7 piercing.
7. Okay, so math. I'll do that in a second. So I need to roll better than a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep.
You have a good con bonus, so
Yeah, well, I rolled a 19 on die, so.
That's the archers. Then it's Thaddeus.
All right.
I think you have your quarry in
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah, that is, says, I cannot leave until I have dealt with the enemy of Captain Constance Holt, and bonus action to take on the sword. And that was a like...
Vow of Vengeance.
Vow of Vengeance.
I figured, yep.
Alright. 2 attacks with advantage.
Take them.
A 27.
Hits.
Natural
crit.
20.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So he's getting smited, I
He's
presume?
getting smoked.
Smoked.
Let me just write down my
My
HP.
chart, although I'm pretty sure this is just all the dice.
This is the best. I love all
Oh,
the
he
dice.
said no.
Yep.
I think I forgot to mark my dominate person from last time, so this one would have to be a level 6 spell slot.
Okay,
Which means it lasts for 10 minutes.
that's very good.
Yeah. I was
Alright.
like, wait a second, but
Cold damage
swimming's
first.
active.
I don't think you have to separate anything.
Oh, okay.
You actually don't.
Let me just do that, just so I don't forget, and accidentally apply my bonus twice. So that turns into 17 cold damage.
Okay.
Also because I need all
What a
the
good
dice
sound.
just for radiant.
Here it comes.
Ooh.
These are good
Yeah,
rolls.
that's a lot of high numbers.
Is Mercer gonna die in 2 hits? Let's find out.
Oh
I'm
my
seeing
God.
a lot of 7s.
I
and 8s.
rebalanced HP quite a bit, but we'll find out.
Like lower, hopefully.
Oh yeah, you really need me to lower their HP.
I'm not gonna be able to save my line.
Yeah, you gotta let Mara get some vengeance too, although you don't know.
Well, she was just
I
touching
know,
around
you
the
were
bottom.
just digging around back
I
down
want to
there.
explore first. Your team is fighting. You're like, oh, yeah, but my rat needs to make a friend. He's play date.
Hey, I dove in.
You dove in and then you spent some time like, what did you do? I'm gonna talk to these prisoners.
Probably can climb up.
I love
fast
boats.
enough to get up there.
I love boats.
So keep
So
walking.
these are really cool. Shit.
So all
Wish
said
I
and
were
done,
alive.
it's 78 damage to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Is
Your
that
sword
both
just basically
attacks?
like
Those both attacks.
explodes with radiance as he gets.
Do I want to put a smite on the other one? It wasn't a crit, but it would definitely hurt him some more.
I don't know how much HP he has, but
Oh yeah, all that was one attack. Sorry, I didn't even do the other attack yet.
Oh geez.
You
Okay.
didn't do the first attack?
Yeah, I
That
did
was
roll
just
for
the
that.
crit?
That was just the crit.
oh, so good.
Keep going.
Okay.
It's a normal attack.
Let's go ahead and put a smite on this. Addis has lost his temper. He's very angry.
How dare you try and move me?
I will not be moved.
I am a paying customer.
Okay, so for the let's see.
Oh yeah, I got this too. Whoa.
This is also really good.
Yeah, it is.
He's obsessed.
So.
42 more damage.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's 80.
Nice.
So all said 120, I believe.
Gosh.
78 plus 42.
Only 120.
Yep. He kind of glowers at you, but he is still standing.
Ah.
And he says, I see. So that's why you didn't take any orders. All right then. And he cracks his knuckles.
With his 5 HP left.
It is your dominated person's turn.
Yep.
And his command is show you where the stuff is.
Yep.
So he begins to move up the stairs. Where is he?
The black one.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Well, actually, he kind of waits for you at the top of the stairs since he's supposed to show you.
Yeah.
So he'll get about there.
Yep.
And then he begins to point at Mercer's quarters, but you can't see that at this point in time. He doesn't get a save. It's just if you lose concentration. Or
I think it's if I lose concentration or if
one of us,
one of
your
us,
team deals
one of our
damage.
team, yeah, attacks him.
Mara, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get out my tools and see if I can break out Rachel.
Okay. Roll a thieves' tool check.
This is the good one. So that's my
Wait, wait,
reliable
wait, wait.
talent is 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
plus, what would that fall under?
Tools check.
Dexterity plus proficiency.
Dexterity. Okay.
Oh, it says each
That's
time the target
14.
takes damage, it can make a new
Okay.
saving throw.
19.
19? Yeah, I think that's easy enough, or that's good enough to throw open these locks. So the crew of the Drowning Kiss kind of like warily steps out around you, and Rachel just sort of claps you on the shoulder and says, "Thanks, Mara. We need to get out of here. Is there a safe way?"
I would say, to hide in the barracks right now because there's a lot going on till you hear the all clear.
All right, will do. And she sort of like looks at the ground for a second and says, "For a little while I was angry, but I think I'm starting to understand why. You should know that Constance named you the captain of the Drowning Kiss. That was her last official order as captain."
Wow.
And then she begins to shuffle the crew into that bunk area.
Okay, so I'm going to make my way upstairs stealthily.
All right, then why don't you roll a stealth check? So this can be your bonus action hide, effectively.
Yep.
It's doing better.
Yeah, 17.
And you have advantage because of your shoes.
Oh, you have advantage? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you might
Okay,
as well
so-
roll again and see if you get a 20.
Okay. So that's a 21.
Oh, yeah!
All right,
It's
so
a knife
Mara,
for it.
Yeah, thanks.
you basically peek your head up here and can see Harmony and Hunter being menaced by this large warforged, but you don't
Gonna
reckon
slug
any
fest.
of them see you.
Okay.
And that's your action, move, and bonus. So that's you for this turn. Hunter,
Okay.
you've got them all.
Take out the guys on the stairs, Hunter. I need to follow. I need to take them out so I can follow the guy
Okay.
and get my stuff.
All right, here we
You
go.
can deal with this guy later.
All right, so I will walk away from this man. I'll get back to you later. And it's time to have some fun with them all. So I will. Let's see here.
You'll maul the mole.
I will maul them all. How many masteries do I have? Okay. Can we slip by people in that space?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna knock these guys prone then.
Do it.
That'll
why-
work, right?
That's why Mercer's still in his room.
Yep.
So if I hit them prone, then we can walk over them.
I'd say yeah.
Are you before them or after them?
I think I'm.
She's before
Well,
them.
Okay, so you
I'm-
could.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna squish one of them with a 24 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Okay,
Yep.
19 strength DC for prone for trip attack.
Nope, roll the
Mastery.
4.
Okay, well, and he's gonna take
I love it when the DM rolls.
I've been doing it all night.
10 plus 16,
Well,
Damage?
Well, you guys
Okay.
have.
and then I'll step
You guys have.
atop him.
I haven't had it.
You can't end your turn there, but
I
he's
won't.
prone for now.
I still have movement, and I'll squish the next one.
He rolled a natural 1 on his save.
Okay. So he takes 22 bludgeoning damage
Okay,
as he's
and then he
pancaked.
falls prone too.
Ah!
Yeah.
And then I will make an attack advantage against the lower one because he's prone.
Yep.
And that's not very good rolls. 21.
That hits though. Yep.
Okay.
It's not very good. 21.
All right.
These guys are wearing like leather armor with the East Freydin Mercantile Corporation symbol on it.
Oh, that's me too. I have that one. 13
This is
bludgeoning damage.
fashionable.
This was the first guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to do second wind.
Okay. And then are you going to basically move past the guys or back down? Also, Warforged Man is going to get an attack of opportunity as you
Yeah, he
level
can.
space.
He can try.
Wait, yeah. Waste it on him.
Natural 1.
Yes!
I kid you not, that's
So
like my 4th natural 1 tonight.
We offer a salute and then a binary word, and then I hop over here.
Sweet.
It's a good thing I'm on
Can
your
he
side.
get through here?
Is it a binary four-letter word?
Probably not.
Okay, so I think I might just walk by.
I mean, he'd have to squeeze, so he could, but he'd be slower, I guess. Large creatures can technically
Harmony, do you want me
squeeze.
with you or stay down here. I think I should probably go up.
Do what you want to do.
Okay, I'm gonna go up.
Mara's coming.
So I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you can see Theodoric is pointing at the quarters where Thaddeus is basically standing
Great.
with his sword just slashing into
And
Mercer
then I'll
Nightclaw.
go to Thaddeus, and yeah, I think that's my turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my heal real quick, but you can keep going.
Mercer is going to cast a spell on Thaddeus.
I don't have counterspell, so go for it.
I need you
counterspell.
to make a...
You have counterspell?
Yep.
Do you want to counterspell his spell?
I'm not using my bow though. I don't know if it
That's
counts.
true. So you can. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm good at these, and I feel like I need to be. Oof. Does 17 do it?
Just not quite.
Oh no!
DC was 18.
I can't look.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, "Come now, we're not enemies. You needn't fight me." And he casts Charmed Person, so you are charmed by him, which means that he used his Dominate Person on Harmony today. It's one for the day. Let's see. If you fail the saving throw, you're charmed until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. So basically, until he or his companions does anything harmful to you, you're charmed. You regard him as a friendly acquaintance, which is weird.
Yeah.
The charmed condition means
That's
you
never
can't
charmed by
attack the
anybody.
charmer or target the charmer with a harmful ability, and it has advantage on ability checks to interact with you, but that doesn't really matter in
Yeah.
this case. He just didn't want to be attacked anymore, and he says, "Why don't you step aside and let me pass?"
On my turn, I guess I'll do that.
Yep. And then he sort of steps to the side so Hunter can't see him,
Oh, of course he does.
and
Sure.
waits for you to step aside. Harmony.
Okay, I'm gonna climb the stairs.
Okay, over the
pancakes.
archers
Yep,
who are just
I'm just
basically
gonna
like
go.
tumbling
Excuse me,
forward down the
sorry,
stairs.
excuse me.
I got her.
You got
No hard feelings.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can see
And
two
I'll
doors.
Size
I'll
harmony.
go next to him,
Okay.
and then my next order will be
5, or I guess 4.
order the crew to turn the ship around.
You can
and
use your
back-
action to take precise control of him if you want.
But how does that change? What's different? He
Uh,
just can't
you
act on
basically
his
have,
own.
Yeah, and you would have access to all of his abilities.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. How to
Is
tell
this-
you what he can do?
There's no save or anything.
Good, there's no friends.
I forgot something that should have happened on his turn. It doesn't affect your dominate. It's just that it's something that's important. One of the archers that's on the stairs, you saw basically like infernal fire leap from the chest of that individual and go into his holy symbol, and then you saw some of his wounds stitched together.
Cool.
So that archer takes 15 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Brutal.
30.
I'll be taking that. Left force, thank you very much.
45 there. And then he healed up 15. So, okay. So the things you know he can do, he has a variety of cleric spells. He doesn't have his maul anymore, so he's weaponless.
Give it to him.
Can he heal me?
He can. He has up to 5th level slots that he can heal with.
Hey, let's
He
use a
has-
5th level slot to heal me.
He has Healing Word, he has Mass Healing Word, he has
What does that
Mass Cure
Oh,
Wounds.
Mass Cure Wounds is so good.
He has to be able to...
Well, he can see Hunter and Thaddy from here, and
He doesn't even have to be able to see them.
And Mara hasn't taken any damage. Are you guys?
You haven't seen
injured?
Mara.
You're not injured.
So I'm going to say
Yeah.
you can't target Mara, but...
Yeah,
No, I'm not damaged.
but you're not injured. Are you injured?
I am.
Well, I'll save that then.
Okay,
Is that a 5th level spell?
that is a 5th level
Okay,
spell.
then do a 4th level. Just heal on me.
Cure Wounds on
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
Healing Word, rather?
Cure wounds. Cure
He
wounds.
doesn't have just
Okay,
Cure Wounds.
fine.
Sorry.
4th level healing word. Then it's not as good, but okay.
Okay, so he does 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier, and then it goes up 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level. So he does...
4th level, not 5th level.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm saving the 5th level slot in case we all get boned.
So he does 4d4. So that is 5 plus 5 plus the spellcasting modifier, which is was done. So you restore 14 hit points.
Alright, that's not bad. It's
Is it for everybody or just
me.
Just-
Just me.
oh, just one person?
I didn't use the mass one because it's only you and me that need healing, and
Okay.
you're fine.
Oh, I am okay.
Okay, so I guess I have a telepathic link to him, so I don't technically need to speak to him to give him a command. I can just control him. So I'm gonna send him.
I don't think any of these people up on this deck know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Nope.
Um.
Except for those two
Wait.
archers
Yeah.
who were looking down.
Right. I'm gonna have him tell.
This says up to 6 creatures of your choice regain 8 hit points.
He only used
Healing
healing
word.
word, not mass healing
Oh,
word.
oh,
Yep.
okay.
He
Yeah,
only,
okay.
yeah, I'm
You're
saving
good.
that for
Because
later.
I was at 3rd level as well, so
I
Yeah.
had him bump up healing word to 4th level for me
okay, it's fine.
because I'm the one that needed it. It's
Alright.
almost dead.
That's
So he's going where?
No, he's going to shout out to everyone to stand down. There was a misunderstanding.
So he shouts that out. Everyone, stand down! There was a misunderstanding!
And shout, get this boat turned back around. We need to go back to the island.
Get this boat turned back around! We need to go back to the island! Immediately after that, you hear Mercer Nightclaw's voice shout from his cabin, "There's been no misunderstanding! This must be some trick!"
I'm going to have him say, that Nightclaw is an imposter.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
Take him
I'm
down.
gonna roll 2 charisma checks here. Here goes
Try and do
Theodorix.
it.
She's
That's
having too
a
much
10.
fun with this.
And the Rakshasa here, Mercer Nightclaw, he gets a 19. So unfortunately, they're not onto you, except for the ones
Well, because
that,
this is me telepathically
Yeah.
telling him to
except
do
for the
this,
ones
so-
that already know your disguise,
Yeah.
they're not onto you. But nobody goes to turn the ship around, and everyone still has their weapons out, sort of waiting for things to happen.
Alright, and I'm going to tell him to... I'm not on my turn yet.
Okay,
Hang
keep
on.
going, keep going.
Because that was my action to have him cast, or to, like, take full control. But I'll have him, like, run toward kind of Nightclaw's room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to follow him. As if I'm,
So-
like, taking his order.
Do you want
All
to
the
use
way up?
how much movement do you have?
Oh, I don't have
You
any
have-
movement left,
You
I?
do. You
I'll
used
just
4.
keep running that way
Yeah,
toward him.
two more spaces.
So 2 more, so that's
Yeah,
30.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
The Warforged and the Warforged Juggernaut. He can't get up the stairs, but he's going to go to here. And Mari, you see this clunky, large Warforged creature go hobbling up to the stairs, and he sees that Hunter is blocking the top of the stairs, and his chest begins to glow and pulse with a blue light,
God.
and a lightning bolt fires out.
Oh my god!
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my
Is this hitting the 2 guys on the stairs too?
Yep.
god! Yep.
And they're prone, so they have
20?
disadvantage.
Oh my gosh, I was not ready for a Kamehameha.
20 does, yeah, 20
Repulsor ray
succeeds.
blast.
Wow, sucky damage.
Sorry.
9, 18. So you take 9 lightning damage with your success.
That's halved, or
Yep,
whatever.
I already
Okay.
halved it.
Okay, cool. Yep, that's fine.
9? That's nothing.
And then I'm just going to say those guards take all of it, basically.
Poor
They're
guards.
prone, can't get out of the
Poor
way.
pancake guards.
So that's
Pancake guards.
3 and it was
They
18.
really shouldn't have gotten in that stairwell.
That was a bad idea.
I know.
I got a ship.
I also forgot to do something on.
That's all you care about. Thanks for helping, Mariah. I'm so happy you're here
Mara flies
today.
to the rescue and
I forgot
here's
to
the
do
ship.
one thing on
then
Mercer's
leaves.
turn.
I know. I'm seriously thinking about
Now that I'm looking at his
doing
shit,
it
I
and
just
bringing it
remembered.
up.
Boat battles.
boat battles. Yeah, I don't think you'd catch it though, because this
Yeah.
is like the fastest ship.
Self-proclaimed.
On Mercer's turn,
like the
the
black
one
hole
thing
in
I
your
forgot was
sector.
that he took a potion,
Okay.
a potion of healing.
I'm not going to save him if that he ever gets his senses again, but sure.
But it does seem to give him quite a bit of health back. If I can do math, because was a superior potion of healing.
Oh,
But
drink
now
the
he
blue.
doesn't have that, or a supreme one rather. And now he doesn't have
Supreme?
that anymore.
That's even better than superior.
Oh, dang.
So then the rest of the Warforged. Let's get back to them. These ones are going to still try and pull Thaddeus out. These ones don't know what's going on.
They
That
just
one
see a
doesn't know
blue
what's
beam
going
go.
on.
Blah.
Yep, just the two Warforged are going to try and pull you out. So I need an athletics check from Thaddeus. You're looking to beat a 23.
Well, 11 won't do it then.
Nope. So the Warforged eject you from that space, pull you out to there.
Okay.
That entranceway is really clogged with people right now.
I rolled a 2 on die.
Effective, buddy.
That was still a pretty high roll for it, too.
You're not the only one roll that. Don't feel bad.
The archers
I mean, I rolled a 1 for wild magic too.
still know who the baddies are.
At least just the 2 on
The staircase ones do.
that
Yeah,
got
these-
lightning
Are they
bolted.
still alive?
They are.
Oh, wow.
And they come, they stand up and go down the stairs. Get to be about there. This one stays where he is.
Can I take an attack opportunity against that one?
Yep.
Alright. It's a 24.
24 hits. This one looks really, really injured.
He's going to be pancaked for 15 damage.
And that's enough to kill him. So he is dead.
You're like, nope.
Waffle.
Gross.
One of the other two archers here, they're gonna go up and get a 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh wait, I took a bad route there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're gonna go up and make attacks against Hunter. So one of them will attack Harmony, and the other two that can see Hunter are going to attack Hunter. So here's attacks against Hunter.
How did they know we're the bad guys?
They saw
They
what
know
happened
Hunter.
down below
They know Hunter. Oh, those saw.
Did they?
through the grate on the top.
Oh.
Ah.
So these are the ones against Hunter, I said. So that's plus 6, so that's 22 and a 15. So 15's a miss.
Yep.
And another 2 misses, so 1 hit.
Okay.
And then against Harmony, here's 1 attack, or 2 attacks rather. In fact, I'm going to give them disadvantage because they don't know that you're tiny
That's
or
true.
small.
That's true. My disguise is taller than I am.
Unfortunately, the first one still hits with disadvantage. Let's check for the second one. Natural 1. So the second one,
What was the first one?
it was 15 plus 6, 21.
Okay.
So that is 7 piercing damage for the one you take, and then an arrow goes. Thaddeus, you watch as an arrow goes straight towards Harmony's head, but then passes straight through.
Sorry, that was 7 again?
Yes, 7
Yeah.
piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Yep.
And
Okay, I'm fine.
the archers shout.
Wait, you didn't do my damage.
Oh, that's right. I got you one too. I'm just so used to
Sorry.
not damaging you.
Should've let
No,
that
I was like, didn't know what was going on here.
8 piercing damage, have down to 4.
4 damage.
The archers who are taking shots shout, the one in the middle and the one by the stairs, they're imposters, they're under illusions! And so now everyone is aware. But Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Okay.
I'd say this seeming spell has served you well.
Yeah.
Most use it, gotten a receiving spell.
Dice is
I
gonna
know.
go walk up to those 2 Warforged that are near Harmony.
Mm-hmm. Like
These
that?
other ones don't know that I'm. Yeah, like that.
The
I don't
one-
think
no,
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't
take
know,
any
so he
AOEs
won't
'cause
take
no
an
one,
AOE.
no one knows yet that I'm the enemy except for Mercer.
Yep.
But now they're gonna know because I'm gonna do 2 attacks against one.
I need to write some Warforged.
Does a 16 hit?
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay.
This thing raises up a, well, it just sort of like moves so that it gets like one of the shoulder plates or something like that.
Okay. So I do pretty good.
Did it cast Charm Person on you?
Gosh.
He was supposed to roll it at advantage. He was already
Was he?
fighting it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it says, Make a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
Why don't you give me another wisdom save then?
Yeah, okay.
Just to double check. Because this might change things.
Nope.
It's worse.
Okay.
No.
Table results
Yeah.
work out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did 22 damage to that Warforged.
Okay. Let me check how much
That's fine.
HP I gave him with the balancing here. Okay. You said how much damage?
22.
Dang. Okay. He looks pretty hurt, but he's not dying or anything like that. And then the rest of the Warforged kind of look at you, and you can see their eyes go from like this soft yellow lamplight to red as they zero in on you. Anything else from Thaddeus?
I think the only thing I want to do is a full action, not a bonus action. So, nope.
Okay. Theodoric, it's his turn, but he doesn't have it because he's under direct control. Mara, you're up.
How close is that big guy to me?
The big guy? Like 15 feet away.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna do a sneak attack.
You're gonna sneak up on him?
Yep.
You've got your stealth, so he doesn't see you.
On the big one?
Roll with
Yep.
advantage.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Reliable talent?
No, no.
Not on
No,
the
no,
dice,
no,
unfortunately.
no.
All right, so I only got a 14.
A 14, basically, was it with
With
your
your-
rapier or dagger?
Well,
It's
you have
with
two
my
attacks though, right? So.
yeah. It's with my.
Let's see. Let's see.
I was gonna use my dagger.
How many was that?
I don't know.
Alright, so Raijin, the dagger goes skittering across the armor, and it just sort of like sparks as it goes across.
Do you get advantage with both attacks?
No, just the first.
Just the first.
So you can still make your second attack.
Okay.
Hey,
You jinxed it by
15.
saying we're rolling well.
that's true, I did.
18?
15.
Oh, 15. No, not enough. Now that he's aware of you, he brings a shield around to the other side and sort of blocks that attack. And you're just now struck by how large he actually is. He's looming like 10 feet tall above you, and he just sort of looks down on you with these red Warforged eyes
Oh god.
that are sort of really unfeeling and cold looking.
Okay.
I know the feeling.
So I am going to disengage and hide.
You
I
can
don't
disengage, but
think
you can't
can.
hide.
I don't think you can
Oh.
disengage if you used your bonus to attack,
Yeah.
right?
It's true.
That's right.
That's true, actually.
Let me see if she can do.
She can disengage
Fancy
as a
footwork?
free action as a swashbuckler.
That's
though.
true, she can.
Ah, nice.
So where do you want to move to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. There's a
She
guy right
can't
there.
go past.
5, 10, 15? Back
he's
down
still,
there?
he's still on the ground, isn't he?
Is he blocking
never
the
got up.
stairs?
He's blocking the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the big guy?
You want to go down?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can get to there if you want.
Because he'll probably want to go up and get to Hunter.
Mm. Thanks.
Thinking maybe I'll hide and be safe for now.
It is then Hunter's turn.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that was fail.
yeah,
That was fair.
I
That was rough.
I was
will.
gonna be thunderstep, but he's not close enough.
Time to make some more pancakes, I think. Maybe. Well, let's see here.
You can go down and fight that thing if you want.
I don't want to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are these are upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more pancakes. So I'm gonna come over here. Is it this doorway or the upstairs thing?
The doorway is on that same level. The stairs go up.
So I have to go up.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello,
Yeah.
my friends.
You're basically like right next to this ballista seat. And it looks like one of the archers was about to run and get into it.
Can I get into it?
Yeah, if you want to.
What does it do?
You could take one of your attacks to make a really big arrow attack.
Can I do that?
But I mean, when I say one of your attacks, I mean you wouldn't get your multi-attack.
How big is this big attack?
These arrows are like much bigger than your
I like that.
arrows.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Alright.
So you're going to turn it around onto who?
Mercer's not
I
after
can't
that.
see.
You, of the ones up there, you could only get this
I can't
guy.
shoot down this staircase at the big Warforged, can I?
I'd say you could.
Alright, we're doing that.
Epic.
This thing has like a lot of gears, and it looks like it's built to be able to swivel into like a lot of
So
positions,
it's like dimpled
including
and
like
stuff?
straight up.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
So
very
it's like the
heavy.
Millennium Falcon seats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Alright, so we're gonna hop in there and I'm gonna make a big shot against the big Warforged.
Okay.
How do you like it?
Use your regular bow attack to hit, and then if you hit, I'll tell you how much damage you do.
Okay. Oh no. Can I make it a precise attack?
I'd say yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can apply
'Cause
your.
I only
your
rolled
numbers.
I got an 18. I don't think that's enough.
It is not.
So I'll do a precise attack. And that is 22.
22 does hit.
Okay, so
So you can do 4d12 piercing damage.
it's pretty good. Alright. I think the maul would have probably been more, but maybe we'll see. Oh no, that's a lot. Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
So that's 10. So that's 20, 32, 35.
35 piercing damage.
And is there pluses or anything? Or is that just...
That's just 4d12. Cause
Okay, there it is.
blood.
Kaboom!
Uh,
Does it need to be like reloaded, or how does that work?
Yeah, it would.
Okay,
So
so...
you can use your bonus to reload it if you want.
Kaboom.
I don't need to right now. I'll let them... Yeah. So that's my attack.
I'm going to switch the battle music since we're getting on in the fight.
And I don't know if I can really do anything else. I think that's... I'm pretty content with that, I think.
Okay. Then it is Mercer's turn. What does Mercer want to do? That's the question. So I feel like I lost our audio. Mercer is going to move out here past this guy. And then when he gets about here, he turns invisible, and I'll remove him from the battle.
Can I counterspell that?
Certainly can.
Is it a spell that he casts to turn invisible?
It's no material components, but I think, yeah.
Because I have that spell, I'd recognize whatever somatic bullshit.
Yeah, I think even when...
Invisibility isn't...
I think...
It has material, because I can't...
I know, but
But
he
he
doesn't
can
use
cast
material.
Oh.
Because it's innate spellcasting. But what I was trying to figure out is, while you're controlling Theodoric, do you get your reaction?
Yeah, because it's a free action to control him.
It's your whole action to take direct control.
I think she still gets a reaction.
Okay, I think so too. So yeah, you can counterspell that.
Yeah.
So then he was there.
Okay, I gotta roll. No wild magic.
And he jumps over the side of the boat.
What?
And into the water. You hear a splash
Can
at the
I
bottom.
have... Can I make, what's his face use his reaction and try and catch him?
Well, he was right here.
Or like
Oh.
block the door or something.
So you couldn't, like, grab onto him
Nope.
as he ran by? Okay.
So Mercer is out of sight for the moment.
That's fine.
Harmony, it is then your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna run toward the rail and see if I can see where Mercer went.
This is his grates, right?
Yep.
So like 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Or do you want
basically
to... Yeah,
guys
like
don't
that.
care
That's
yet.
probably right.
You haven't
Well, I
seen-
think I saw you coming up the stairs.
I was hiding.
Yeah,
she's
nobody-
there.
nobody
then
saw
I
Mara.
no, I don't know you're here.
Yeah, you can see that Mercer is basically like beginning to swim towards
Cool.
the back of the ship.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna order what's his butt to go get my stuff and bring it to me.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, on his turn he'll do that.
So then I'm gonna hold an action until I get my staff.
Okay.
And my action is when I get my staff, I'm gonna cast banishment on Mercer.
Okay. That is your turn then. The Warforged and the Juggernaut now get their turn. This Juggernaut is going to squeeze up and just completely step over this guard.
Poor pancake guard.
Is that difficult terrain for him?
Yep, so that's 10, 20,
that poor pancake
5,
guard
25.
I know, did he step
He's,
on the
he's
pancake
going
guard?
to, yep.
Oh man. Why is he coming after
he
me?
can't go that far anyways. He can only get up to Hunter, I think. But he's
Where's
got
the-
Hunter's the one that damaged him.
he's got reach, so he can maul that if he
Sure.
wants. He doesn't recharge his lightning, and he does 2 damage to that guard as he steps over him.
Aw. Poor pancake guard.
But then he's going to make 2 attacks against Hunter as you're using that mechanical ballista.
Yeah, this is looking good for Hunter.
Okay, so there's one hit and one miss.
Okay.
So that is 10 plus 5. So that's 15
Okay.
bludgeoning damage from his warhammer.
Got it.
Then the rest of the Warforged now have targets.
Did they view the
They don't know
priest as
about
an
Harmony.
As an enemy or not?
No, they don't.
Yeah, but you did just start wailing into a war.
Yeah.
So they're all going to converge on Fatty over here.
Oh boy.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Good.
Plus 5 to hit.
Well, you have to make a saving throw again, right?
No, you don't. Nope. It's
For
just
charm person, it just ends?
yeah, it just ends.
Oh,
It's
good.
good. Yeah.
I think it is going to hit at 23.
That will hit.
Do you want
Yeah.
to shield?
No, I don't want to shoot.
Okay. So
With
that's one
Fatty's
hit.
shield,
Then
though.
the next hit from him is a 19.
I know.
Misses.
Oops. There's another miss and another miss. So that's 2
Yeah, do
Warforged.
anything harmful to it. It says.
Miss,
It
miss.
ends.
Miss. Are you kidding me? Miss. And then the last 2. Miss, miss. So 1 hit out of all of those. Ah!
You're
lucky.
I only rolled, like, other than the 1 hit, nothing was above an 11.
Wow.
I swear to you.
That sounds like my luck.
Um,
So yeah, I take a tiny bit of damage.
Very aware of what's going on.
you take 8 slashing damage from the longsword of one of these Warforged. And then your charm breaks on you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then it is the archers.
Hello, pancakes.
Yeah, I should have messaged you right when I got for it.
You still can.
I know, but
They're going to throw aside their bows, and they're going to...
You're panicking.
Well, the 2 that are next to you are going to throw aside their bows and pull out short swords.
Okay.
This one is going to get down here, and then attack at Harmony.
Okay.
That's the memory cloak.
Okay, we'll see.
So,
who's
short
there
swords
first.
against-
My
That's
turn
what I'm
before
gonna do.
you, though.
Hunter.
Well, it's whoever this guy, because I'm holding my turn until I get my staff.
Oh, they only get 1 attack with their short swords, or 2 with their bows. I see.
Because you didn't see him jump off.
They're
the
going to
boat.
take an
That's why.
attack of opportunity.
Oh, big. Are
Yeah,
either of
what's
them
going on?
weakened at all, or are they
Down
both
here.
healthy?
These
I don't know if they've been hit
2
yet.
are both healthy.
Okay, well, I'll just pancake one of them, I guess, with a 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, yeah, pancake. Making waffles.
Making
Let's see. 9 plus 6. 15. 15 pancake. 15 breakfast damage.
Okay.
It's a breakfast scrambler.
But they're then going to take careful aim at Hunter. So here's the first
Classic.
attack. I think it's plus d10.
Okay, look at you, can shoot.
Zach's over there
Can
like.
shoot within 30 feet. Woo, show offs.
It still misses, even with his precise shot. And then
Oh, they use precise shot?
his
Okay.
other attack is also a
Talking
miss.
smack to the DM. You're
Next
gonna pay
set.
for that.
I know, right?
Uh,
He already has this dude on me.
so there's a 21,
The
that's going
slugfest
to hit.
up. Yep, that'll hit.
And then a 13, so that's a miss. So 1 hit total from
Okay.
them. So
Smash talk.
9 piercing damage, half down to 4.
Uh-huh, yep, okay.
And then the other one's going to make 2 attacks against Harmony. So there is a 16 to hit and a 19 to hit for Harmony.
Sorry, what?
16 to hit and 19 to hit.
They're okay. Did I use my reaction? No, I
No,
had my
but
turn
if you use it now, you won't get your reaction when you
to
get your
hold
stuff
my
back.
thing. So yeah, okay.
So that is 12 plus... So these are 2 separate attacks. I'll give you the damage separately.
Okay.
There is a 10 and a 10. So you
Okay.
need 2 DC 10 con saves.
Pass. Pass.
Okay,
So that was 20 damage all told.
20 all told.
Oh boy. Yep, that hurt. Good sight.
Then it's Thaddeus' turn.
When does this motherfucker go? Jesus.
He's right after Thaddeus.
Oh, yeah,
moved on my
he tied
turn
him.
last time, so I'm really confused
Yep.
now.
Yeah, he tied Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Does it take his whole turn to do this stuff, or can he still cast a spell?
He'll take his whole turn to do what she ordered him to
Okay.
do.
Yeah, I didn't. If I take precise control, is it only for that turn?
Yeah.
It's not like ongoing.
You decide each turn.
I see.
Were you able to see him when you
Yeah.
moved for him? Can you point
Mercer?
It?
Yeah.
Mercer. Can you point him out to me? Because Thaddeus is going to go over to the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you going to get over there?
If you come
Use a
over to
spell
me
slot
next.
to Misty Step.
Yeah. It's Misty Step first, I think.
Okay. So no OAs.
No, further than that.
Over the edge?
Further, as far as I can go.
Well, I
Into the
mean-
water?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay, so you basically Misty Step and then fall down into the water right next to Mercer Nightclaw.
No, you don't need me to point them out to you.
Great. Are these attacks at disadvantage, or what's going on here?
They
Is
are
there
going to be at
aquatic combat
disadvantage
here?
because you're in the water.
All right.
But advantage because,
because
of your
yeah.
vengeance, so just normal attacks.
Yep, normal attacks. Whoa, these are bad. Yikes. Okay. So I got 113 to hit
Doesn't do it?
and a 18 to hit.
Does it. So one hit.
Yeah.
So you basically watch as Thaddeus turns to mist and then disappears and reappears over the edge of the boat in like a dive formation. Goes straight down into the water.
21 damage all told.
Okay. So some of his precious, recently healed health is now unhealed. Anything else from Thaddeus? He snarls at you and says, "You're a persistent one. This is why I wanted to get the girl back to the capital so we could deal with you on our terms."
Thaddeus doesn't say anything. That he just points back up at Harmony and gives her his shield.
Oh, okay. So the +3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Theodoric
Theodork.
goes in there and begins to fiddle with a safe. He knows the combination. He gets it open. He grabs your stuff out of it. The amulet, your pouch, and your staff. And that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He gets back up to you and basically presents it to you.
Great, I'm gonna grab my staff and I'm gonna cast fucking banishment!
Okay. Rakshasa, what kind of save is it?
Charisma,
It's
right?
charisma. Yep, it's charisma.
DC is 19.
Yep.
He rolled a 19. 14 plus 5.
Wait, so I can bend luck because I didn't. No.
you use your
Holding
reaction
my
to cast the
action
spell.
is reaction.
So- Harmony shouts, "Fuck!"
Because that means my concentration on dominate person is also gone.
That's true.
Ah.
So I guess it doesn't affect the turn order, but also
Yeah.
his concentration on charm person would have faded when he cast invisibility. It doesn't
Oh,
affect
yeah.
the turn order because
Yeah.
it was broken anyways. But
Meant that shouldn't have taken
the streak of light shoots out towards Mercer, and he sort of ducks under the water and resists it. Then that was Theodoric's turn. Mara,
Oh, wild magic. Nope.
you see
Okay,
no one at the moment.
so I'm going to use my earpiece and contact Harmony and say, "Hey, I'm on board.
Mara! Where are you?
I'm on the lower decks. What can I do to help?"
Mercer's in the water. Go after him.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my cloak back on and go back out the window I came in.
Okay.
Isn't there just a closer window somewhere?
There's only actually windows up in the front. There's no windows in this part.
This
of
is
the
why I
jail cell.
couldn't escape earlier. Because there were no windows. I was
30,
gonna run through.
But then you jump out, and you are in the water. Do you have a better swim speed, or is it just your regular
It's-
speed?
Mm-hmm. The cloak
Or
has
is that you just have a swim speed? Should be over
60
60
feet.
feet. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so you're gonna have to use your dash to do it, but
you can bonus action dash.
She
25,
can
30,
bonus action dash.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Mara comes like dolphin kicking and like doing the butterfly strokes straight over with ridiculous
Skipping
amounts
over
of
the
speed.
waves.
And I assume it has like the dagger out to just like ready to
Yes.
plunge it in.
Yes.
You have got sneak attack here.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
You've got an ally in
You totally
5
do.
feet.
Yes.
Do you get advantage?
Do I get advantage? On the
He is a
sneak
creature without a swim speed, so yes, you do. Because you have a swim speed.
That's better.
Oh, that's really good.
25.
25 hits.
Oh, sorry, 26.
Is this with the dagger or the rapier?
Let's use the rapier because it's more.
Not your fancy new dagger.
She can use that. No,
I'll save it.
She can't use that. She's doing bonus action.
I'll save it.
Alright, rapier wounding.
More than that.
So 7 plus
A D8.
a d8.
Also, I don't know that the rapier is technically better because the dagger is a d4 plus a d6 of lightning.
But the rapier has a D4 of
That's true.
damage
Okay.
that always
Do your
goes up
thing.
too.
Do your thing.
It's about the same.
And rapiers are finesse, right? So you can use it
You
underwater.
can also
Okay.
use a dagger.
So
underwater.
before I
Yeah,
attack,
daggers, yeah. And
I'm
short
going
swords.
to shout, "My name is Mara Stormwind.
And you killed my
You
father.
killed my father. Prepare to die."
You see, yeah, a look of fear come over his eyes as you come shooting across the
Good
water.
roll.
Oh shit!
20.
Let this be the end!
28
28,
plus 4. 32.
32. That makes my math easier.
Do you get? You only get one attack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she used a bonus action to dash.
It's not enough to kill him, but it's a grievous wound, and like black ichor begins to pour out from him, and as he coughs, and you can see that he's not getting away from here super easily.
I found that invisibility was clutch, wasn't it? You didn't realize how clutch it was.
Hunter, it's your turn.
Shit.
You're still on the ballista. You're being menaced by someone who is twice your size.
Everyone has forgotten about Hunter.
That was really good.
I haven't forgotten about Hunter. I suppose I could also help in the destruction of this man.
Got his sense of
You
smell.
don't have an angle to get him with the ballista.
What if I walk over here? 1, 2, 3.
Then you can do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over there.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
empty.
I'll pull my bow out.
Oh, hi. I'm so on board with those.
See if I can't finish this guy off
So
for
bonus
us.
action, place it
Yep.
right up on the like railing of the boat.
Yeah. Here we go. I got a 25 to hit. I'm gonna make it a magic from a good aligned creature.
Yep, I was about to say he is vulnerable to your damage.
Okay.
Actually, Melissa, would you consider Mara a good character, or is she more neutral?
Well, I have her as chaotic neutral, but since I met these guys,
Thaddeus
I
is
think I've turned a little
neutral
bit,
good.
a little bit better.
A
Well,
little
I know,
better.
but
I don't know, I'm chaotic neutral too.
Well then.
I
you're
would
not good,
personally
right?
say chaotic neutral for Mara. But
Yeah.
if
that's
you
what I
think
got
if
her
you
down.
think you're a good character, what do you think? It actually matters in this case.
I don't go out of my way to be bad.
That's a neutral response.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll continue on then.
So it's a DC 15 strength save for telekinesis.
He rolled a 16 on the dice.
Okay, that's fine, but it's still magic damage.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do my damage, and I will.
Shit, I got my ring back. I got all my stuff back.
Have your
I
stuff
got
back.
my stuff
I'm
back.
like,
I'm gonna use
You're
it.
not, you're not
So.
attuned to most of these.
No, I'm still attuned to my
Oh,
Okay, minimum
stuff, right?
damage. That's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't
okay.
break
How about
Nice.
19 damage? Double? Is it doubled or
It
50?
is doubled.
So 38. Magic piercing from a good person. Is that enough?
He's looking very hurt.
Okay, well, here comes some more.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's a big hit. I don't get crits on 20s anymore, or 19s, right?
Nope.
Okay, so that's just a 19 on the die for my next attack. And it's not magic anymore, unfortunately. That's 15, 25 for the next one.
Okay, even halved, because he has resistant to non-magical piercing. The arrow, the second arrow, the first one basically like pierces through his shoulder and goes out the other side, and just black ichor pours from it. And then the second arrow, as you get ready to fire it, his eyes train on you, and they sort of dart from each of you, and you can see his like human-like visage beginning to fade, and the tiger face is beginning to take its place, and you can see that it is snarling with feral fanged teeth. And he says, "This won't be the last you hear of Mercer," as the arrow straight through his head pierces out the other side, and then the back of his head just explodes with black ichor, and then the rest of his body melts into the same black ichor and just sort of like, which like lays on top of the water in a different like layer, basically.
Harmony's just shouting, "No! Don't kill him, you idiots!"
Wait, why
Mercer Nightclaw is dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Then it would have been his turn, but it's not anymore.
I still have an attack.
We had this conversation.
What do you want to do with your last
before
attack?
we started the plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we wanted to do what?
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Do your thing.
What? I don't remember this plan.
I don't either.
You weren't here. So.
I was,
Well,
but
I
I
was.
must have forgotten.
Yeah.
Oh, but I remember.
Why it's bad to kill Rakshasa.
Because they'll just. Well, I mean.
What have you got with your last attack, Zach? We're running
Okay,
out
never
of
mind.
time.
Don't worry about it. Oh, I guess I'll shoot the priest.
Okay.
Because he's an enemy now.
Yeah, he's like shaking his head like, what? What's going on?
Oh, well, he's gonna have an arrow on his head too. So that's a 31, 26, 26.
26 will hit him.
Okay. And that is a 27 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. And that will be what I do, I think. Yeah,
Did you say 26?
something like that.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
He's right next to me.
Yep. But
Yeah.
he doesn't have his maul.
He doesn't have his maul.
I don't know what
And
that
I have
is.
all my spells. Hold on a second.
Yeah, the sorcerer.
Just see her going, cracking her knuckles.
I'll cast. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah, I have a lot of these. I'll cast suggestion on him.
Okay. What's your suggestion?
I suggest you surrender to us now, and do whatever we need you to do.
Okay. Let me just double check something.
Wisdom saving throw. Which is probably something he's good at, with being a cleric.
Right. Okay, so you suggest that he surrenders and do whatever you need to do?
Mm-hmm.
Word of recall. That's a different spell. Okay, here we go. 12 plus his wisdom saving throw bonus of 8, so that's 20.
Okay, I'll bend luck.
Okay. That's enough. So he sort of like puts his hands at his side and turns to the rest of the crew and says, so he looks at you in the eye and says, "I surrender. What would you have me? What would you have me do?"
Get the crew to turn the ship around. We're heading back to the island.
And he says, "You heard the lady. Turn the ship around." Everyone has just seen you cast a spell, so I'm going to roll some Arcana checks on the ones that matter here, which are the
The archers, probably.
Even if the Nightclaw is dead.
The Warforged take the order and begin to take their positions to turn the ship around, but some of the archers are still, or some of the humans are still working on moving the ship as well, and they sort of like look at Theodoric and like sort of mumble to themselves, and they're like, you can see that the humans aren't going to cooperate with it. So like half of the crew is trying to turn the ship, and half of it is trying to keep it on course.
Okay then.
Then it is the Warforged.
They all listened, even this guy?
Well, the order that was given to the Warforged was to turn the ship around. So these ones are the fighting Warforged and aren't technically under that. So they're going to come fight.
Well, surrender was also part of it, but
That was to him.
Yeah, he surrendered.
yeah, I know.
So he surrendered, they haven't.
Okay. That's fair.
Sorry, Harley.
I'm willing to bet I can hit you a couple times.
Got that.
I thought you said the Warforged listened.
The ones rowing did,
Oh.
not the fighter ones.
Got 15 AC right, girl.
You're going to want to cast shield, I think.
Nah.
I used my reaction to bend luck.
You've had a... Oh, that's true. Never mind. So
But my
here
AC is
comes
15 right now.
2. Well, there's a 16 and a 16.
It's going well.
There's a 16 and a 23.
I tried.
No more ones for you.
There's an 18 and a 15 on die.
He always rolls well when he tries to hit me.
And the last two, a 14 and a 17 on
So
die.
the 14 misses.
Well, that was on die
Hooray!
plus 5.
Oh,
Dang it.
That's 2,
Shield
4,
wouldn't have helped me
6.
then. If their bonuses
That
was
was.
5.
How come I can't roll these against Thaddeus and Hunter? I roll like 1s and 6s
You've
against
been
them.
hitting me pretty okay this time.
Okay, so that's 8, and then it's gonna also, the one with the heavy crossbow is 1 attack, which misses. Let's see. So I'm rolling 2, 4, 6, 8. I need my dice roller for this. I can't roll that many dice.
Don't bother. If it's going to be over 23 just in the bonuses, I'm done.
I don't think it is in the bonuses. Okay, but the dice roll is above that.
Yeah.
And it's a significant amount above that, so I'm going to say that you go down and then you take 2 failed death saves from one of the other attacks.
Okay.
So you are at 1. You have 1 left to go on that.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut and your suggestion fades.
Yep.
The Juggernaut is going to come over to Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to see about recharging his lightning. Doesn't do it.
His chest beam.
He'll make his 2 Warhammer attacks. Plus 8, so 21 and 23 to hit you.
That's it.
There's the hits I needed. So that's 10 plus 8, so that's 18 plus 10. So 28 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
from his 2 Warhammer attacks.
Alright.
Then that's the Warforged's turn. Archers. Do you guys want to go a few minutes over because we
That's fine.
Yeah, because we started late.
started late? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if we should wrap up at the top of this round, but I think we'll go one more round.
Okay.
This archer has a good shot at... They're still just vexed by Hunter. They're all going for Hunter.
Great.
The Waffle King.
Great. Oh yeah. Pancake King.
There's 2 hits.
Oh jeez.
23 and 25.
That's pretty good.
A 23 and a miss.
Okay.
And a 23 and a 20.
Okay. So that's 5, right?
Yeah.
That could be it.
Can't believe I hit you so
Let's
many
see.
times. Where were all these rolls in the beginning of the fight?
Giving us a false sense of security is what it was.
Yeah. I'm in danger.
10 plus 12, 2, no, just one of these. 27, and it was 5 hits?
Yep.
So plus 20, that's 47 damage halved down to 23? 23,
Yep. I have 7 HP left.
Oh
Whoa.
my god.
You're just peppered with arrows in
I've
all
been
of
taking
your
this whole
biological
time.
parts.
You have. Been chipping away.
Thaddeus, you're down in
Yeah.
the water. You hear Harmony thud to the deck of the ship.
Probably
Heavily.
a very loud scream.
Can I get back up to the railing with a Misty Step?
Yes, I'd say you could.
Okay. And then am I able to reach Harmony from there?
Yeah, I think you could reach down and just
Yeah.
lay
Take-
on hands.
Take your 60 HP back.
You feel like the last thing you felt was like the slash of like a ton of swords, and then
Yeah.
just this breath of life as you come back to life, prone on the ground, and you see Thaddeus basically standing on the railing with his hand reaching down towards you, glowing with moonlight.
I want to move. Can I move into? I can move it into Harmony's space. I
No.
want to trade.
I'm prone though, so you could.
Yeah.
You couldn't end there though.
No, I
That's the
couldn't
thing.
end there.
So you're pretty much stuck on the railing.
Yeah.
But I'm very small.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't know you're small.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, it's gonna be funny when you. Let me see.
Which brings up a point. Those attacks should have been a disadvantage, but they still would have knocked you down, I think, because I was rolling so high.
Yeah,
So
it's done. I mean, you rolled at least half of those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from Thaddeus?
Still have some movement left.
You could skirt along the rail and get to one side or the other on the deck.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out if I should. I'm gonna stand. I can't. Oh, yeah, they're right next to each other. Huh? I'm gonna jump off right beside the priest.
Okay. Zach, could you put him next to Theodoric?
Okay.
So you land there.
That's it.
Then it
I
is
use bonus action move.
Theodoric's turn, and he is going to cast a spell. Alright. There was your chance to counterspell.
I can counterspell.
Oh, me?
Well, he was looking at you, but
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
I can. It's not very good. It's not as good as yours.
Well,
think
if he's
Harmony-
right there, I'll do it.
Harmony kind of needs her reaction. I
Do,
feel like.
do I? I just got 60
Yeah.
HP back.
Surrounded by warforged.
I have 7
maybe.
HP.
I
Yeah.
guess that's a good point. You still don't have your reaction back, so it's up to her.
I don't have
Yeah,
my
I'll do it.
reaction back.
Okay. So I need you to
Um,
roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
1, 2, 3, charges down.
You're looking for a 16.
I got a 19 on die.
Okay. So his spell fizzles as he tries to
Nice.
cast
The
his
eye
spell.
stock bowstring.
Yeah.
What can he
It's
do?
magic.
Do I get HP back?
I forgot I had one of my amulet I could use too.
He goes to cast another spell as a bonus action.
Can you get a good berry?
You're down a reaction, so he's going to
Yeah.
do it. He
It doesn't say it takes a reaction.
it does the spell does.
I'm guessing it does, yeah.
It's its casting time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
He summons a spiritual weapon in the space next to Thaddeus, which is
Sure.
a maul. And he's going to
Looking for
use a 5th level slot to do that, I think.
Ugh.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it.
I hope so.
Well, you're not gonna like it.
I'm okay. I'm doing pretty okay.
No, second.
You're not gonna like it, but
I'm at almost full HP. The only one in this party.
I know.
Like, doing
yeah.
fine.
not
They don't
taken
like me.
any damage yet.
Oh.
None. I'm in
Yeah.
ducks.
Well, you've only attacked once, though. I think you haven't really
Well,
been
I
in combat.
tried
Yeah.
to get the big guy, but I missed.
Yeah,
you
that's
got your
true.
turns
Yes.
over already.
I did all my turn.
So against Thaddeus, the spiritual weapon is making an attack,
Cool.
which is a 16 plus 8. So that's going to hit at 24.
Shield.
Okay. You're down 3 from giving... Oh, but your turn came back around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, so I would have been down 3 anyway.
So that misses you, as the spiritual radiant or necrotic-looking maul tries to slam into you. Mara,
Okay, so I need to get back on
you're
the
basically
ship.
swimming in the black ichor that is Mercer Nightclaw's
Gross.
goo.
It is gross.
Ew. Well, thank goodness it's a cape. Okay, so I'm gonna get back on the ship and I'm gonna look for my rat.
Okay, make
You're
an...
gonna look for your rat?
So you're going to swim back to the hold?
Kidding.
No, no.
Yeah, I need to get back up on the ship.
No, Mara, no, stay down there. Stay
No,
there.
we really need you. Come back.
No, everybody jump overboard.
If you're climbing, make an athletics check. If you're staying where you are, you can stay where you are.
Well, if you're yelling at me to stay.
It's only if they jump with me.
Okay.
Everybody into the water. We're gonna get out of here.
Well, the crew's down in the bunkhouse.
I can't save them too. They're out of their jail. They can fend for themselves.
But I want them back on my ship.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do
Not
what you
leaving.
want.
We can come back and get them, I guess.
Well, you don't have time for a full discussion. What are
No.
you doing?
Okay. I guess I'll stay where I am then.
Okay.
Do what you want to do.
But I'm gonna get out of it.
Hunter? Oh yeah, you can swim out of the ichor, that's fine. Hunter, you've heard Harmony shout that everyone needs to get overboard because she has a plan. What do you want to
Okay, I guess I don't really have room to argue, seeing as I have 7 HP, so I will
Yep.
disengage and fly, or I'll like jump and I guess move my movement. 1, 2.
Well,
3,
you can't swim. You
So
begin to sink.
can I hover?
Yeah, that you can do.
Okay, so I'll like hover one. So I'll do. I was here.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Hovering above the water.
Harmony.
I dive into the water.
Okay. You're over in the water.
And I,
Do you take disengage?
because if I disengage, I can't bonus action hold it. I can't bonus action to quicken spell and then hold it, right? I can't hold my
You can't hold a quick
spell.
spell.
Yeah, so I'm not disengaging. I'm just
I
jumping.
mean, you have tons of HP. You'll be fine.
I have more than I had, so.
Okay. First attack at disadvantage is a 15. Then a 9, so that's a miss.
Hey, but oh no, because I'm using my reaction to hold a spell.
Then a 16. Then a 13, so that's a miss.
No, 13's a hit.
Oh, right.
Unless you gave me my.
I didn't have a
no.
bonus action to do that.
I'm back down to 12.
Okay, so that was a hit.
Yeah.
Then there's another hit at 16.
How many attacks are they making?
2 each. Well, no, just
no,
one.
it's-
Just
they're
one.
just
Just one.
reaction.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
rolled far too many times. I'm going to start over. I'm sorry.
scared.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god,
I'm
they
sorry.
keep going.
That was my bad. For some reason, my brain said it's their turn. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start over.
Mr. Mage doesn't have a weapon to attack me with either.
Yes, I know. This is just the Warforged.
Yeah.
So that is a 12 for the first one.
That's my armor class.
One hit. A miss for the second. 3 as a miss. And whoop, 4 is a. It's 9 plus 5. That is a 14.
Yeah, that hits.
So 2 hits out of 4. Thank goodness
That's
for
much better.
disadvantage.
That's much
I'm so
better.
sorry. For some reason, my brain was saying roll all the dice.
Roll all the dice. Well, that's all you've been doing all night.
Kill the
so-
players.
Yeah. It's not like I want to kill you.
Kill
it's
the
just-
hunter.
I thought for sure I was dead.
7 plus 3, so 10 from one, and my brain 7 from the other.
So
So
17 total?
And if you're concentrating on
I'm
anything,
not.
no.
I'm not. Because I went down. So 5 and then 43. Okay. Okay, and then once I'm in the water, I'm going to reach for Mara. And I'm going to reach for Hunter with my other hand, if I can reach him. And I'll be like, Thaddeus, get down here! And I'm holding teleport.
Okay. It's the Warforged's turn. Guess what, Thaddeus? You're the only one.
Yeah?
But only one of them can get to you.
You can take it.
So the rest are going to take crossbow attacks.
Okay. My shield's still up.
Actually, they see people over the edge. Well, nah. They'll go for Thaddeus. Why not? I think they need a natural 20 to hit you. What's your AC with the shield?
25.
Yep, they need a natural 20 to hit you. So here's the first 2. Miss, miss. Miss, miss. And the last one. Miss.
No problem.
No problem.
Then the Warforged.
You sound less convinced than I am.
No, I'm very convinced. You're about to be
Seeing
really angry with
the
You're not
quarry
coming down
getting
here.
away, I need Thaddeus to make a dexterity saving throw.
If I'm holding a spell and it doesn't go off, it still expends the slot.
I don't think it does.
That was the ruling on Critical Role.
22.
That's not the ruling I would give though.
22.
22 succeeds, so you take half damage from...
Does he hit everyone else too?
He does.
Come on, man.
Did he get his lightning back?
Yeah.
It's 13 plus 9, so that is 22, half down to 11 points of lightning damage.
Oh, that's my
Everyone else in
favorite.
the way is just going to take the
Oh
full
my
damage.
gosh.
because
Oh
I don't-
my god.
Ah!
What was his name? Polonius?
Theodoric.
Theodoric.
Dork.
I love the chest laser beam. It's so good.
That archer was unharmed, so he's okay. And that Warforged was similarly not yet damaged, so he's okay. 22, 22. Okay. Then it is
So
archers.
we all take damage? Or just...
No?
Not yet. No.
No?
No.
Nope, just Thaddeus.
That was-
You're still at full HP. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Archers are totally on Hunter.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
I'm
can
gonna
still bring Hunter
Yeah, you can still teleport an unconscious creature.
I got my hand
so
on you.
miss.
If you fall in the water, it'll be a problem.
16 and a 10. So 21.
Yep.
Okay. And then the last 2
Oh no.
So 2 hits against you.
Uh-oh. I don't think I can...
8.
No, parry's a melee attack. Well, that sucks.
16 piercing damage, half down to 8.
That's one more than I have.
So
I have
Hunter
7.
falls
Oh,
unconscious and begins dragging Harmony down.
And Mara by extension.
And Mara by extension. So,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Thaddeus, you would see
I'm
this
still
happening.
wearing
Yeah.
my cloak.
It's your turn.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if the weight of him is pulling us down.
Yeah.
My good.
But you can breathe. I can't.
Yeah.
Daddy says,
I can breathe.
Harmony, go, and then he turns to the rest of them, who have all just like taken shots at him, which he's no-selled every single one of them. They're all just pinging off his shield. He's like basically shrugged off this lightning and says, "I intend to kill every person on this deck. If you don't want to die, jump."
Roll an intimidation check.
22.
You see no reaction from the Warforged, but the archers basically like cower backwards, and one of them like drops his bow. I'm gonna actually make a roll for Theodoric here. He shrinks back from you as well. And I think that's where we're gonna have to end for tonight. We'll see what happens on that note next week.
Well, does my action go off?
Do you want it to?
Do I hear him say Harmony go?
Yep.
I don't actually have to be touching him.
No, you don't.
I'm
But
gonna
I have to be willing.
try to teleport all of us then. I thought we all had to be touching, but we don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what? Okay.
Yeah.
He does have to be willing.
Well, what happens if he's not willing? Is it a
He
saving
feels the
throw?
effect and can choose not to go if he wants to.
Well, I'm gonna do it because I'm almost dead. I
Okay.
almost
Yeah.
died.
Where are
all
you
should go.
teleporting to?
But it's only a range of 10 feet, isn't? Is he further than 10 feet?
Teleport?
Yeah, teleport says range 10 feet.
Within 10 feet of me?
Yeah. So if he's
Oh.
further than 10, then he wouldn't get the effects, right?
Yeah.
It's a
It's-
10-foot cube.
10 foot cube. Well, how tall is the ship from the
Like-
surface of the water?
25, 30 feet. It's
Shit.
pretty tall.
Yeah.
Go. Just go.
He'll dismantle the ship, and we'll go get my ship and come rescue him.
Let's save it for next week then, because
Yeah.
that's a big
Okay.
decision.
And on that note, we will end this week of Antiheroes Anonymous. Thank you to anyone who tuned in to watch. We'll pick up right on this exciting decision-filled note next week. So we hope to see you back next week at Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. The rebroadcast of this will, the VOD for this will be up immediately. The episode will be up on YouTube on Wednesday. And yeah, we hope to see you again. Thank you for watching. Bye. Have a good night.
Good
Night.
night.